Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how they went from 7-9 to Super Bowl champions. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. It helps me out a lot. So we all saw the Kansas City Chiefs get demolished in the Super Bowl by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, Tom Brady was great and a huge difference maker, but what about the rest of the team? Let's start back to last year. The 2019 season saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers move on from the Jameis Winston experiment.
Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an
Check out my video on him in the links below. Jameis passed for 5,100 yards and 33 touchdowns last season, but he was a turnover machine and they had the opportunity to sign Tom Brady. Of course, when you have a chance to sign one of the best players that's ever lived, you take it. So the Bucs signed Tom Brady away from the New England Patriots. Brady was tired of feeling like he was underappreciated and not given enough talent around him. Think about Tom Brady's career in New England. Who was the best receiver he ever had? Randy Moss? Sure. But you take out that one season, look at the talent he played with. Rob Gronkowski, a tight end, was probably the best receiver he ever had. So when Tom Brady looked at Tampa Bay, he saw that they had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin at wide receiver. And of course, as we all know, he was able to convince Rob Gronkowski to come out of retirement for another run at another Super Bowl championship. Tom saw an opportunity to finally be on his own and away from the strict Bill Belichick. It's kind of like when you leave your parents' house, you can finally do things your own way and make your own decisions. This led to Tom Brady signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and again, he had some great offensive weapons, but the defense? Well, the Buccaneers defense wasn't actually that great last year. But when you look at a lot of their games from the 2019 season, you can see that they had a lot of games where they had to defend really short fields due to, again, all of the turnovers that the offense committed. So what would happen to this defensive unit if they added a quarterback who doesn't turn the ball over that much? Well, the defense went from 29th in the league in 2019 to the 8th best defense in 2020, while the offense went from 12th in the league to 3rd in the league in the same time span. They also went down from a difference of 30 interceptions down to just 12 with Brady. The Tampa Bay defense played so much better in 2020, and under defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, they were able to help limit Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes all in the playoffs. I guess the best way to put it is that the team was so well balanced offensively and defensively. For the 2020 season, Tom Brady passed for 4,633 yards and 40 touchdowns. Looking at their backfield, Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette combined for 1,345 yards and 13 touchdowns. Yes, they were able to sign Leonard Fournette for cheap. One of the best running backs for a couple of years just a few seasons ago with the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you were watching the Tampa Bay playoff games, Leonard Fournette was actually the lead back in the playoffs in the Super Bowl run this year. As far as playmakers go, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Rob Gronkowski each had over 600 yards and 7 touchdowns, including a 1,000-yard season for Mike Evans. Oh, and yeah, they even signed Antonio Brown halfway through the season, and he had 483 yards and 4 touchdowns. He even caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl victory.
There's the fake, there's the pass, and there's the catch for the touchdown.
I actually have a video about Antonio Brown on the channel. Look that up if you want. So again, offensively, Tom Brady had the most talent that he's ever had in his career this season. On the defensive side, they were led by Jason Pierre-Paul, Devin White, Shaquille Barrett, and Ndamukong Suh. In the playoffs, cornerback Sean Murphy-Bunting even had 3 interceptions, and they were all great.
And 9 now, this one's picked, intercepted by the Bucs. And it's Murphy-Bunting down the sideline.
It's insane how stacked this team was by the end of the season. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, before their Super Bowl win, they actually already played the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 12, but they lost 27-24. Now, if you watch this game, you understand that early they were down, but they made a great comeback at the end. They couldn't quite win, but they put a lot of effort in. However, again, they did lose and they fell to 7-5 on the year. After this game, it seemed like the Buccaneers were a little untrustworthy. Are they a legit contender? Are they just a regular playoff team? Or are they not even a playoff team? Well, after this game, the Buccaneers would win 8 straight, including their Super Bowl victory and their revenge game against the Chiefs. The Buccaneers averaged 34 points per game during this span, and they looked unstoppable.
Brady goes for the deep shot. He's got a touchdown!
After their loss in Week 12 to the Chiefs, the Bucs just decided to play much simpler on offense and start taking care of the football more. They let Tom Brady play his best game. Tom Brady was able to control the flow of the games much better, and the defense was way better off due to this. It's interesting because if you look back at Week 9, 3 weeks before they lost to the Chiefs, people were actually laughing at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as on national TV they lost an ugly 38-3 game to the New Orleans Saints, in a game that was really hard to watch if you were a Bucs fan.
Brady stepping up, throws into traffic, and it's going to be hauled in and kicked off.
Almost no one in the league thought that they would make it to the Super Bowl after that performance. That was the second time they lost to the Saints, and in the first game it wasn't really competitive either, but in the second game, again, they had 3 points offensively and they looked lost as a team. But as we all know, they were able to turn things around and had an amazing playoff run. So let's talk about that Super Bowl. So right off the bat, yes, the Chiefs were missing 2 starting offensive linemen, and they had some bad penalties. You know, whether you believe the penalties were right or wrong, whatever. The Chiefs still had plenty of opportunities in this game to win or just to get back in the game despite the penalties. I thought most of the penalties were the right call. I can see how you can say some of them are ticky-tack calls, but again, it all comes down to this. The problem was very simple for the Chiefs from the beginning. 2 things. Tom Brady had enough time to throw, and Patrick Mahomes didn't. There were so many plays where Patrick Mahomes was running for his life. That's literally the best way to put it. And yet, he still threw incredible passes. There was one where he was basically laying on the floor taking a nap and threw a dart to his receiver, and he just couldn't catch it.
Mahomes got it away!
That should have been a touchdown. It was a really disappointing Super Bowl for most NFL fans, and even for me, because I'm a really big fan of Patrick Mahomes. I think he's super fun to watch, but you know, everyone, it felt like, was just waiting for that moment. Waiting for that Mahomes moment where he was like, okay, I'm about to take the Chiefs on a 24-0 run. Let's go score a bunch of points in 6 minutes, right? But it just didn't happen. The Tampa Bay defense was too good. They kept pressuring Mahomes and he just didn't have time to escape. All that being said though, it was still amazing to witness what was Tom Brady in another Super Bowl MVP performance.
Looking, third option, end zone, caught! Gronkowski again!
Now, a lot of people can say that the real MVP was the Tampa Bay defense as a whole, or of course their defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles. They held Patrick Mahomes without a touchdown and only 9 points, but Brady, at age 43, threw for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns on 72% completions. He controlled the game and he didn't have to be a hero like in previous Super Bowls or have any crazy throws. He was honestly the most calm and relaxed player I've ever seen in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady was so comfortable, he was like Baker Mayfield in those commercials of the stadium being his home. That looked like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, like it's his home. Although yes, the little beef that Tom Brady had with Honey Badger, that was entertaining and a little controversial for some. I thought they actually spent a little too much time on that, but whatever. He was calm and he controlled the game. Tom Brady has done this so many times that it's just normal at this point. He now has 7 Super Bowl wins and 10 tries. Tom Brady has 3,039 yards passing in 10 Super Bowl games. Yes, 3,000 yards passing for one player in just Super Bowl games. That's absolutely mind-blowing. He is 43 years old, people. I know I keep saying that, but imagine yourself at 43 years old completing 72% of your passes and throwing for 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. So yes, there are a lot of reasons why the Bucs won the Super Bowl, but you have to give your props to Tom Brady. I think the defense played great, and again, I think they wouldn't have won if just one performed well. If it was just the defense or just Tom Brady, it took both of them to have a complete game and some unfortunate circumstances for the Chiefs for it to be a perfect storm and a win for them. It might not have been a close game, but make sure you appreciate having witnessed history, everyone. Something so great that we might not ever see again. You saw the GOAT win another Super Bowl. So what happens next? Well, the Bucs have a lot of players to re-sign, as we all know, and Bruce Arians said that he's pretty confident he'll be able to bring back a lot of the players. I'm not so sure, but it'll be fun to see who they bring back. What do all of you think? What's the main reason they won the Super Bowl this year? Was it Tom Brady, or was it the defense? Or was it coaching? Or was it the refs? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Again, I really appreciate each and every one of you. We're at 800 subscribers, so close to 1,000. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell to stay up to date to all my videos. As always, everyone, I'll see you in the next one.